How are you? You can
Admittedly,
be honest.
thank you. I appreciate that. Admittedly, I've been better for sure. I'm kind of
Is it on green light? Okay.
yes, it is. I'm having a bit of a rough life. I've been having a rough life for a minute now.
hmm
Um, I came out here to Dallas to try and change that because in my hometown, I'm from Abilene,
Where are you from?
Abilene, Texas.
Okay.
That's my hometown. I guess got myself a little disconnected from everybody out there because I've been in therapy my whole life, and I've recently started to learn how to set boundaries, and I feel like I started to do that, and that got me kind of infamous with all the people that I know, and I know the majority of them there because I've lived there my whole life. And when you start to like do things for yourself instead of letting people tell you what to do all the time and guide you around and whatever, I guess it just changes their opinion. I don't know. I didn't get any help out there that I needed. Not to say that they aren't willing to help. It's just like what you offer isn't what I need, and if what you offer isn't what I need, I'm not gonna keep taking that from you because then that makes me feel selfish, and it makes you probably think that I'm selfish because I'm taking and telling you that it's not enough, but it's not enough because you're not even giving me what it is that I'm asking for, what it is that I need. Ask and ye shall receive, but it's like I'm sitting here asking for apples and you keep giving me oranges, and as long as you keep giving me oranges, if what I need is the apples, I'm never gonna make it, you know? Like I'm
It
trying
makes
to grow a
sense.
tree. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 23 years old.
Oh my gosh, you're so young.
I just try and keep it positive, I'm all peace, love, and light while I'm moving through life, but it's like the more positivity that I maintain in life, even through these circumstances, the harder it gets. Because if you look nice and you dress nice and you project yourself as nice, there's this belief that the struggles that you're going through can't be as bad as what you say that they are. And I think that defeats the whole purpose of me trying to maintain the positivity while I'm going through the struggle because I don't want to break down. I don't want to go spiraling into drugs or what other kind of mess, like going into the jails and whatever, because I've already had a little spell with those things, and I don't even like the way that make me feel. So God forbid that I don't want to go on a whole bender just to make people believe that I'm struggling as much as I'm struggling.
Where are your parents?
Um, my parents are well, my biological father. I don't really talk about him because we hadn't talked since I was 7.
Okay.
But he stay in Massachusetts. My mom and my stepdad, that's my real dad, in
Okay.
my opinion. He's from Abilene too. Um, but they've got this set in their head that I only go around when I need something from them. And I guess I understand where that comes from because I only really come around when I feel like I'm having nostalgia or when I'm struggling because, that's my parents, that's my family, and I expect
Yeah.
them to help.
To help you, yeah.
I don't think that they understand though that the thing that I expect help from is that I don't even want like them to give me stuff. I don't want their money. I just want their time. They're my
Mm.
family and I want them to help me with the emotional part of the issue.
How was your childhood?
It was kind of awful. I hate to say that and I hate to speak that, especially right after speaking about my mom, but part of the reason me and my parents don't have a good relationship is because, my mom didn't really know how to be a parent. She didn't have a good example of that. And so growing up, I remember being homeless, honestly, for the majority of it. We would run around, move from place to place. I traveled all over Massachusetts, California is where I was born, Arizona, Maine. Growing up in other people's houses, in hotel rooms, having all kinds of problems and not really ever having a foundation.
Yeah.
Now that I'm 23 and grown, I'm trying to set this foundation, but because I never got a good example of what a foundation of a family was, I'm not really sure how to do that. And,
So it kind of
I'm,
it
go
seems
ahead.
like you're kind of following in your mom's footsteps. just
Yeah,
by habit, not even trying to.
not even trying to. Exactly. I'm not trying to go down that same road as her. And I mean, at least the trying to make it positive, because I always am. At least I'm not dragging 3 kids, 4 kids around through the whole mess with me. Um, I'm trying to change the narrative, but it's difficult when I can't get support from my mom, just like she couldn't get support from her mom. And then the people that I connect with, birds of a feather flock together. So the people that I'm connecting with are people that are in situations that are the same as me or worse than me. So how are we supposed to save each other if nobody has anything to give anybody?
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, it's hard to speak on that, but that's like the facts. They tell you to fill your own cup first, but like if everybody's cup is empty, where are we pouring from?
Right. If you were younger and somebody would ask you, what would you want to be when you grow up? What would you say?
That's a good question. Um, Growing up, I had a lot of health issues, and my first initial thought was that um, I wanted to be a medical malpractice attorney,
Mm.
because a lot of the time that I spent dealing with those medical issues, nobody could really figure out what was going on with me. Everybody wanted to pin back and forth between it being a mental health problem and a physical health problem, because I have both. And because of that, nobody ever really fixed anything. But if you ask me now, as an adult, which is crazy because usually it's the little kids that say they want to be president, but as an
Mm-hmm.
adult, that's what I want to do. I kind of want to be president because I want to do something that's big enough to change all of this. Because I look around and I feel like the more that I look around, the more that I see more of the same situation that I'm in. And I don't like that. I don't, it's bad enough that I'm going through it, but it tears me up inside to know that, like I said, the birds of the feather, that everybody around me is doing the exact same thing. And I just came here from Abilene and I thought it was bad in Abilene, but I'm looking around here and you can see the people, and that's not right. And it's not right that nobody does anything. It's not right that we see these people in these situations and we look down or we look the other way or we might laugh. Like, you don't know what brought people to this situation in the first place. Look at me. Do I look some type of way? Do I look crazy? Do I look like I don't have my life together? No, but that's intentional, because I know that if I looked like the situation that I'm in, that nobody would ever be able to take me seriously. In today's society, perception is everything,
It
and
is.
that's a double-edged sword, because like I said, if I don't look like I'm a mess, nobody wants to take me seriously enough to help me. But also, if I look a mess, nobody wants to take me seriously enough to get me out of the situation. What am I supposed to do with that?
Do you have your ID?
That is the only piece of identification that I have.
Why won't you try to get some type of job so you can get like a hotel or something?
That is the goal. I've been trying to get work since March.
And you cannot find like
That is correct.
anywhere to work.
That is correct at this
Where are you
moment.
applying to?
I've been applying to everything, food, serving. I've even tried, because I'm trying to get out of food, really.
Uh-huh.
I've even tried applying for like big boy jobs, is what I call them, like
Yeah.
Kia, working at the bank, things like that. But because all of my experience has been in food and I'm trying to transition out of that, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like nobody takes me seriously. But my experience is in management as well.
Yeah.
People don't understand how easily management experience transitions into any field, really. The organizational skills, the time management. Um,
Have you tried going to the workforce and they can help you? Because I see you in a suit making so much more, making money. It seems you are very like intelligent, and I can see you doing some work
Thank you. I
outside of
appreciate that.
working at a restaurant.
I believe that I guess that's probably where my big struggle was. I only just recently came to Dallas. I don't know where the TWC here in Dallas was.
Workforce
The,
Texas, just ask anybody,
okay, thank you so much.
where's the nearest workforce?
I
And you could just say,
appreciate
hey,
you.
I have my ID, I have my social, and I'm looking for a job. Can you help me find a job?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
workforce solutions, and
Workforce
they'll help you.
solutions. I appreciate you. I was trying to get connected with them in my hometown of Abilene, but I was not able to get there. The transportation, the distance, I was on the opposite side of town, and that made it difficult, which I guess probably affirmed in the people in my hometown's head that I wasn't trying hard enough. But it's hard to do anything when you're walking on foot and it's hot, and
I understand.
it feels like when you're doing that, there's only one task in a day that you can complete because the heat exhaustion just gets to you.
If someone was watching this, how could you encourage them? What would you encourage them? How would you do it? Somebody closer to your age
Closer to my age.
that's going through similarities.
Okay. Um, really, really, I always tell myself, and I don't like to use superlatives. Those are words that are the highest degree of things. So words like always. But I just keep trying to tell myself, like, the clicking means it's safe. I'll be paying attention to my surroundings. I'll be paying attention to the birds, the animals. Like, I think that God really does speak to you through everything that exists around you, the animals, the people, the buildings, the way that it is set up. It might not feel like it or seem like it at times, but it is all by grand design. And if you pay attention to everything that goes on, everything speaks to you. The clicking means it's safe. You're safe. Just keep pushing through. Please don't stop.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back again to another segment of Acts for the Kingdom. This was a very smart, intelligent guy that I met that night. Yes, he's young, but he's quite intelligent. And unfortunately, temporarily, because I pray that the Lord is going to get him out of that situation, because he's so intelligent and he's so smart, and he also is so strong. But the type of parents that he had did not really help him or benefit him, to whereas it kind of set him a foundation so that he could be able to go out into the real world and, make a living for himself. I know that he said that he had some issues growing up. He experienced homelessness. His mom, kind of bounced from place to place, and somehow he is walking in her same footsteps, in her same shoes. And I know the world we live in, it's a planet, but it's also a cycle of different seasons, of same seasons. That's why you have to, kind of learn how to be mature the best way possible. And you have to ask the Lord, Father, can you deliver me from generational curses? Can you deliver me from the things that my mother experienced and her mother experienced and my father experienced and his father experienced? Because if you don't break those generational curses, whether you are aware of them or not, you're going to walk, you're going to follow in those same footsteps, whether you want to or not. So this is just a sign for you that if there are some things that you have to deal with, if there's some things that you have to take care of, now is the time. Do it for your children, because if you don't pass the test, if you don't be the bold one, if you don't be the bold young lady, if you don't be the courageous, bold man that the Lord ordained you to be, then you're going to follow in those same footsteps subconsciously. And then your children is going to have to fight the same battles that you fought and you lost. So this is just a sign. Be strong in the Lord and in his great power, because he definitely can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ever ask or think. And just talk to him. He'll teach you and he'll show you how to break generational curses. He will help you and show you how to break generational cycles.